Hi. Are you sleeping? Who is sleeping? Were you sleeping? I made the mistake of getting Nori a new toy that's very noisy, so we're gonna go ahead and pretend that we do not hear the crinkling and get on with what we have here. So, hello, welcome back to another studio vlog, everybody. My name is Tuna, I'm an illustrator and comic artist, and in this week's studio vlog, we are getting ready for Emerald City Comic Con. You may remember that a few videos ago, I was designing some enamel pins and sending those off to be produced. Well, I have amazing news. They are here now to unbox. My desk is super messy because I neglected to clean it up at the end of the day yesterday, but we can still unbox, no problem. So this box came all the way from China. Anytime you order enamel pins or anything that they produce over there, they usually ship via a courier, so I always know I'm gonna get it within, kind of like a week tops, which is good because if you rely on the post, it could be anytime. By the way, this is an unrelated sticker because I didn't want to dox myself. Well, I kind of am. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so another thing. I didn't get any photos of these from my manufacturer before they sent them out to me, which is pretty normal. I also had ordered these right before Lunar New Year, and I wanted to make sure that the process was as expedited as possible, so I didn't ask for any photos. Oh my god. And I was hoping for the best, and I believed, and I'm absolutely blown away. Okay, all right, there are 4 designs here. I'm pretty sure I ordered 50 of each design. I don't know, I didn't really want to overdo it. But these are the first pins I've ordered since last, summer/early fall. So this is very exciting. Wow, okay, so each pin is for a certain meal of the day. Here's the dessert pin, and these are for my kitty cafeteria themed release. I am shook. I am shook. These are so cute. And I elected to do 2 screen print colors on each pin. So on these ones, it's the dark brown and the white. And then on these ones, oh, this one has 3 actually. It's the dark brown, the white, and the purple paw prints. Wow, they turned out so good. And these are soft enamel with an epoxy glaze that the screen print is then put on top of. Wow, wow, wow. And the metal is also a dyed metal, so it's kind of like a dark brown. It's a little bit darker than I wanted, but honestly, I'm not upset at all. These look gorge. They're so big too. I feel like I underestimated how large that they would be, but at least now, if I charge 15 bucks for them, they will feel more worthwhile. And then this one, they're so cute. Cool. Yeah, so there's 4 designs. Right, so this one is, I see. That makes sense. I guess realistically, I probably should have asked for this one to be bigger, but it's cool. They're all unique in their own way. Oh, we're out of focus here. That's fine. So cute. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. And I have some sticker sheets that should be arriving in the next few days too to go along with this set. And just the other day, I also received these, which are the patches that go along. I guess I got 100 of these. I don't even know. So cute. And I didn't have time to film the unboxing, but it was also just literally me opening a bag, so not that exciting. But yeah, these are coming with me to Emerald City Comic Con. This is my new release for this year, or for this season, I mean. Oh, so cute. They'll be coming with me to Emerald City Comic Con, and then my shop drop when I get back. Hello everybody. Welcome to a fresh and new day. It is Saturday, February 18th. You may be wondering why we are hanging out on the floor today, and it's not because Nori wants to and thinks it's fun. It's because I have some new display things that I picked up over the last couple of months that I want to implement for my 2023 convention display season. And my plan, right now there are some that are made of wood, and my plan is to paint them yellow so that they will kind of match my whole, I don't know if you guys noticed, yellow is kind of my color. So yeah, I want to paint them yellow so that my table looks nice and cohesive, just a little extra dressy. There are a lot of pieces and I feel like this is going to take me longer than I expect it to. I'll probably need to do 2 coats, we will see. I'm planning to use this chalk paint. I am pretty sure that it will work because I painted my desk, which was like a coated wood, with the black version of this paint, so I expect a coated wood. I should be able to use the yellow version and it'll stick. No, please, Nori, please. I know we're on the floor and that this is where you like to play. No, please. Nori, we played so much today already. No, please. Right after filming that little bit, I realized that I actually did not have any paintbrushes of a large enough size to make this task not an incredible labor, so I had to run out, hence why I'm wearing real clothes now. And in my running of out, I spotted rollers. So I'm kind of hoping that this is gonna make my life easier. I think it's gonna be a really nice effect. I think it's gonna make me breeze through this. I'm going to pour the paint into these little metal holder trays, that's the word, and roll it right on there. But I did buy some brushes just in case of emergency, and I also picked up some stuff that I need for a project that I'm going to work on a little bit later. I think that went pretty well. There's still a little drying to finish here, but this is the back side, so both sides are coated in yellow. 2 coats was needed. Yeah, and I made a big mess. You may notice a distinct lack of boy in the room. He did need to be locked in the bedroom due to his miscreants. I had to clean his paws of yellow paint. He didn't like it, I didn't like it. It was a disaster. And I've been dreading doing this task because of how difficult it is to do anything in the house with Nori around, but it's done, and I'm sorry, my son, if you can hear me from the other room, you'll be free soon. He did leave his mark though. There's a lot of cat hair embedded in the paint. This is a bit of a slapdash job. If I'm honest, I don't think it's gonna hold up super well because it doesn't seem to be adhering like very crazy effectively to the plywood, but you know what, it's fine. They're gonna get scratched up and dinged up one way or the other, so it'll add a little pizzazz. I think it's worth the trouble. I also have this like wax that you're supposed to put on chalk paint. I might apply it. I'll like maybe do a test spot and see if it affects the durability at all, but I'd like to wrap this up because it's taking up my entire living space and I have to do other things with my day. Here we are. It is Thursday morning and I am just getting on to the last batch of tasks that I have to complete in order to be ready to go to Emerald City Comic Con down in Seattle. The main thing that I am doing for this year, as I've mentioned already, is upgrading my display, and one of the things that I wanted to do was make some really cute signage, I guess, and of course I can't go anywhere without my trusty sidekick Nori, and since he's not allowed in the United States of America, I thought this was the next best thing. Using my printer and some sticker paper and some foam core, I'm making these decorative elements that I'm going to prop up around my display. The sticker paper is not necessary, but it is helpful because I can just peel it apart and stick the printed designs directly onto the foam core in order to not have to like worry about gluing it down. So I do recommend it, but this is such a fun way to just add a little extra pizzazz. Like when you've been doing this as long as I have, and a lot of the time I'm trying to cut corners, trying to save money, and like I have to worry about how much stuff I have in my bag bringing down to the show. But I wanted it to be cute. I wanted it to stand out, and I want people to, when they approach my table, know exactly what I'm about and hopefully even recognize me if they know my work from here online. So after printing out the designs that I did just in Clip Studio Paint, sticking them down to the foam core, and I'm gonna cut these out with a craft knife and like one of those cutting mat type things so I don't ruin my tabletop any more than is totally necessary. And is it the kind of thing that a perfectionist would be happy with? Maybe not, but I am really happy with how they look, and they're not going to be observed from a super close distance, so if they're meant to be eye-catching from afar, that's exactly what they're going to be, and this was really easy. So if you do want to add a little extra something to your table display at a convention or whatever you may do with your time, I highly recommend it. It's pretty cute. If you don't have your own high-end-ish printer at home, you can definitely bring these files to a print shop or just have them printed, you know, Staples, something super simple like that. Again, I do recommend the sticker paper, but if not, something like semi-gloss finish will be nice just to give it kind of that extra zhuzh that I think sometimes, like I'm more of a matte print kind of gal, but every once in a while something with semi-gloss or gloss is the appropriate choice, particularly when it comes to stickers, I think. Oh yeah, and here what I'm doing is just going around some of the edges where there's a black line and using a Sharpie to fill in where you can see the foam core, which is obviously white, kind of poking out. But again, these are meant to be observed from a distance. They don't need to be perfect, and like, yeah, super, super cute. Did I say that already? I probably do. I say the word cute about 10,000 times a day. Yeah, so I'm also going to do this similar process for these price signs that I've made. Again, designed in Clip Studio, printed onto the sticker paper and stuck down to the foam core because I wanted this to be wide. It's kind of like double, 2 pages wide. These are measured so that I can fit them directly behind those yellow stand-up card racks that you saw me painting earlier. The yellow doesn't match 100%, but it's fine, we'll be fine. But I have a couple of times unfilmedly set up my table so that with the structural elements so that I know how big, and took some measurements for this sort of thing just so that when I am building these elements I'm not, you know, going off of instinct for how large they should be. But I haven't put my full table together, so I'm actually really excited to go down there and set up on Wednesday. The show starts on Thursday, it goes for 4 days. I set up the day before and finally see what all of these elements end up looking like together and finished. This definitely ended up being a decent amount of extra work, but hopefully I can consider it an investment and reuse these things for future conventions down the road. But maybe I'll get fussy and want to redo them all again, because that's just the kind of guy I am, frankly. But yeah, take it away. Pass tuna, we're going back to Thursday. We're gonna see this thing through. Thanks for listening to this little overdub section. This whole morning, I've been convinced that today is Friday, but it is in fact Thursday, which means I have a whole extra day to prepare for my trip on Monday, but I am basically ready to start packing. Because I am taking the bus down to Seattle rather than driving a car that has obviously unlimited storage space, I have to haul everything down by myself, by hand. When you take the bus, you gotta like get off the bus and queue up and cross the border and then bring all your luggage with you and all that. So I have to be able to carry everything by myself. I have this one big container that I use for most of my convention related travelings, whether it's locally or far, but I'm a little bit concerned about the weight of it all, and I'm starting to think that maybe I should be shipping down some of my books or something like that, because those are the heaviest component and I want to make my life a little bit easier, and I have the time. That's the most important thing. But what I'm going to do now is just fill this suitcase with everything that I can fit in it, see where I'm at that point, and make some decisions. Once my Tetrising was all complete, I realized I really did need to ship down some of my books, so the 2 boxes on the left there, that's what I ended up sending in the mail. Cost some money, kinda stinks, but I am all ready for Emerald City Comic Con. Hopefully I will get there without a hitch. It is snowing now, so don't let that throw a wrench in it all, but thank you for watching another studio vlog. In 2 weeks' time, I will put up the Emerald City Comic Con studio vlog, so this whole saga will be complete, so be sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave me a comment. See you next time, guys. Bye!